don't you see? Sufferation gripping me. Families breaking under stress. Overtaxation, it's a mess. Reject, reject, reject the bill. Reject, reject, reject the bill. No more trying with your will, or we gonna stand still. We shouting loud as the days go by. No more reason left to comply. Liberty we must reclaim. In this chaos, find who to blame. For real man can barely go.
Ontura na kitinibu.
For everyone, you need to come on board. Boko Haram should lay their arms unconditionally and be accepted in the community. Opportunities are out there for them. They can be rehabilitated. An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspire to any position in this country. Why is he wasting his time when he cannot even deliver? We will do that. But we have appealed to them, including their detractors, their collaborators, to see reason to, as fast as possible, quickly drop their arms so that we can once again reoccupy our peaceful position in Nigeria.
Okay, just recently we saw what happened in Abia State, where Fulani bandits were captured in Abia State, and it shows that Otti is one of the governors seriously working towards to crush and to flush out bandits from South.
If you look at one of the things where the reason why nnamdikanu saw this thing coming and said that ESN is not a military, it's not meant for Nigerian military, it's not going to attack Nigerian military, it's not going. That ESN was created to fight the infiltration of the Fulani military, Boko Haram, ISWAP, and all that, who are planning on destroying the Biafran land. And that is the reason why it is called Eastern Security Network, to stop Fulani infiltration in the Biafran land. As simple as self-defense. But Nigerian political class continue to twist that narrative to something else. And you can see that all this while you have not seen or heard that ESN leadership attacked a military checkpoint, attacked a police station. Where we normally see this thing on daily basis is in the northern part and the middle belt and some other places, where we see that Boko Haram, ISWAP, and all of that are the ones in charge and all that. Look at what is happening. We must give credit to Alex Otti, who have rejected, because if Alex Otti have entered APC, possibly, he would have been experiencing what other governors who discount to APC are experiencing now. Continuous Fulani infiltration in all the forests of those states currently now, especially in the southern part of the country. But you can see, when the news broke out, that unfortunately the ESA has manned surveillance on all the boundaries before we hear what happened in Akwa Ibom. And it paid off, where a lot of them were actually apprehended, arrested right inside a deep forest. And they are facing interrogation, and they are exposing a lot of things. The Nigerian police did not do that. The Nigerian army did not do that. It was reported that that accomplishment came from ESN. Disarmed them in Abia Forest. Arrest them. Some of them were being, tracked on their way trying to get water from, Imo River. So many, let me just put it that way. They were tracked and all. Nobody escaped. It's a difficult terrain for you to think you can, if you take Martin nnamdikanu state, Abia State, God's own state, it cannot happen. And it tells you that it is something that they need to get it very clearly, because they are actually pushing Nigeria to a serious, collapse of, chaos and war. And we are seeing the same development also in Ogun State.
Okay, but
what are we talking about here?
Okay, but in Ogun State, in Sabo Abeokuta, we saw, over 10 bandits that were arrested in Sabo Abeokuta, and these people were taken to the police for what? For further investigation. But what can, as a Nigerian, what can each state?
Can a Fulani man arrest a Sultan farmer or a Sultana in the north and say he's taking them to the police station? What are you taking them to the police station for? Because you are a Sultana. Can that kind of a thing happen in the north? How many people have they killed and kidnapped that they took to police station in the Fulani Dantawi? Nigerian government is silent over these atrocities. Nigerian government is compromising the security of Nigeria for political conquest. I'm not surprised the Ogun State people are not experiencing it. Bros, let me tell you, the Amateku cannot handle these people. They are too sophisticated. They are highly sophisticated, especially states that have large, big forests. If you look at those states, they are very easy. And you know how they operate. They come with trailers. You think they are normal human? They are not normal human beings when they come with their trailers. How effective is the banning of grazing in Nigeria? Even after they have banned that, are they talking of grazing this time around? They are pretending under different cover up. And they have continued to infiltrate the southern part of the country, because they said it before. Southerners as it. Why is it that they are just pretending that as if they don't have pre-knowledge of many years of signals and warning by these people that they must conquer the southern part of the country, especially? So they should not be surprised, and they are doing it. The political machineries they are using cannot be said not to be known by the government. The of us should wake up to reality,
but should like
and stop seeing the Igbo people as your enemy. We don't raise hand against you. Why would you continue to project hatred simply because you share the national power, political power with the Fulanis? That what don't makes you see Igbo man. What you are enjoying with the Northerners currently now is just for the time being. And just like what I said before, nobody knew that the United States of America are recorded and documented since 2009 on the development of the jihadist conquest plan in Nigeria. And when they brought it out, they says there's Christian genocide. The government started lobbying. Well, America might be taking their time, but I think it has gotten the legislative required numbers, votes, to invade Nigeria. Whether they carried it out or not, logistics in this kind of thing is also very important. It takes time.
Okay, but do you not think that the president, him being a Yoruba man, should what? Do you not think at time, even though if secretly, do you not think at time it fully invests in security in
Okay,
the southern part of Nigeria?
Security. This is a matter of government taking a decisive decision to return Nigeria to Aburi. Return Nigeria to Aburi. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, can you return Nigeria to Aburi? Can you return Nigeria to regionalism? Can you disarm this federal structure that allows and sees the North as the godfathers of other regions? And unless you come to them, you can never access political power. There should be a lot of resistance in that regard. And I'm telling you very clearly that at this point in time, it becomes a mystery on how Nigeria think that they are going to wrinkle out from what they deliberately entered because they don't want an Igbo man rise. They don't want Igbos to rise. But the God of Chukwu Okike Abiyama, the God of Israel, in one way or the other, just like the way we saw it very clearly that Israel was rescued divinely. You can never tell. But let the will of God be done on a people who have suffered so much oppression and suppression. Lies, gang up, compromise, media-related attacks on Igbo people that led to the 6 million lives lost during the 1967 war. It has continued. And this generation is saying enough.
Okay, but lastly we saw in Rivers State where a local government in Rivers State, Eche to be precise, the youth and the farmers had to clash with the Fulanis herdsmen in Eche in LGA in Rivers State. We know that for a fact that Asawana boys are winning, and
You cannot say this is not winning. But sustainability is what we are talking about. The DSS has confirmed infiltration of Fulani herdsmen, jihadists, military in the entire River State. And that if they suppress that, then of course the resources of that state will be tailored towards a certain interest in the north. And they will use it to launch. Once they take over that place, is there the possibility of continue to conquer other states are already there. The army is not talking. The police is not talking. Nobody is talking. Those who stand up to fight them are being arrested and killed by the authorities themselves. Then how do you continue on this process? If the South and the Southeast does not come together and forget about this political division called South and Southeast, then you must be ready to surrender to the Northern and Fulani Caliphate of the Sokoto. As simple as that. The Yoruba does not care because they are already divided religious wise. You have some of them that are Muslims, you have some of them that are Christians, and they are telling you in few years from now there will be no Christian population in Yoruba land. That's why they are celebrating what is happening to nnamdikanu online, creating all manner of AI and all that. But is the Igbo man truly your enemy? That's the question you ask yourself.
Yesterday, today not early papa this morning by 1 o'clock according to him, now not big ballers, one on Saturday, not big ballers. Now palace match 1 or 2. Now Mazida kind of around everyone. So see I over motia. Lue nyawana about side I walker. Lue side that belongs to that old government house. Then the other lane nda Fulani na chi you na bogote. Woman aside those are the man other kind of loss of that side. Nyawa about towers towards that also belongs to down. Ishaba belongs to. Ovu Kevin dia. Laugh lane here. Much after na lane here. Much after from lane here. Bana lane the guy. Hit here the guy. The guy is not speedy, so speed down and speed even the boy after woman is the strong. The boy was here break David rushes are losing any motor. Where that the boy you motor had director motor the boy maybe a motor the boy you could yard. PCC motor the boy will to Zena the motor. Where Jokuzelundia and their sound the Fulani to cross Tazi Bono. Even number one mistake in while you know me. Now say cross Tazi Bono, Maso Sausa, Yano, we have to feel. Now say, why would I not feel like go to na cow? Why would na cow go cross? If I go, because of Woluma, Miama, woman, you even a motio. No. Because he's Dantiki. tiwezi aka na-akpa ka ọ meftazie egbe nyanwa na onwe efu na egbe nka na-amefta kala egbe na-agbaga abụla ọka meri ma ọ na-egbe nta confirm English eke kala aka kola ọ meftawazi from danchiki ava na-eyi data mgbe agba ava na-eyi dị sị ka ọ na-achọzi emefta nyanwa na onwe wee kolepụ wee gbapawazịa ụzọ amba na bilon suit ruo na da bilon suit gate kpesịsị dị security nọ ndị security nọ na da bilon suit dezili aka wee dịrị ejebe na ọfịs ndị udoghachi elu na ọfịs ndị udoghachi ọkọwacha ndị udoghachi na iwe na-eme di ya ọ sị na asịrị ya ka iwe na-eme n'abalị by this time mago da nye ewe iwe ekwuche do that's one aside so ya na onwe pik zela anọda iwe dịrị ewozi onye ọkpọ with the help of the security, I better believe the guy who let's get beer. That the same night, I report to the police. So with some cause happened the police. The police were after the motor, we escort all the boy in Abana. I even know you put the motor in Abana. Even a guy be sharing on my life. Only on my life yesterday, my cabin of even daily. Who are the children? I go now go on about maybe 1 or 2, but alive. Oh, the guy call even and the 1-on-1 moon meets go for that. The same. Don't cover the same. This people who to them me one video me na. One night like that, the last 2 months. Now this regional junction, none of nevu. The outside na achieve the neighbor. Even the mekwana hapa na ebe too. Oh my guy, moti eme bi nevu. Okpo amusim na moti eme bi kweno. After the enyeli aka push road motor push on to the other street and the corner. That regional junction now after Hilton. Oh one street. Eba does be na parked by left. And if we get the motor ni media. So that it is got mechanic abos after it abos mechanic we be told motor the boy na we ka park as the motor ka nyele ka kwa bakata za motor die na afutazi mvo ka ndị Hausa ndị Fulani na agbodete ịma go nse ka nchọkulukwu onwe m na chi ejugo everywhere adugo chako nchọkulu onwe m sa one side ka bagacha va ahụ na agacha obere ọkwa na-enwu na street light na nya we express an va shi agbade na egbodezi me amamon chakaba na egbodege nke ọzọ Cele piaftakwa egbu ya docha anya mama iwe mekweni ya dogbueri ya anom n'iru that place made the video sharp so onye ọbụla dịkwa careful do ndị south na anya south east niile make ọma afụta na make we come protect ourselves south east niile make ọma anụ the vigilante ndị Hausa jukwelu village anyị niile ọvịa anyị niile ba anyị niile va juru n'ime south na south east Igbo niile onye ọ na-abikwala ma ndị nọ n'Ọka Anambra steeti Nnewi Ọnịcha niile ọlụ na amara na ndị gbara anyị okilikili and bavute kala like nnekwu kala mụ na gị na-abịa enwekwe nke ivu onwekwe nke ivu ndị wakpa anyị one day which no ya ka na plan. I am very sure that these people are really gwa m ka ndị Hausa na-achị evi yechi na-evu yeli kala gwa m ele ndị Hausa na-achị evi yechi na-evu yeli kala ekenekwe m onye ọbụla South Igbo onye ọbụla tetekwe n'ụlọ va make we wake up from sleep.
We take only one example. The governor of Kebbi said that somebody ordered troops out and people were kidnapped. Till today, nobody in Nigeria knows what happened. And no question has been asked. And we are sitting down here as a parliament and we turn and we talk. Yet, somebody is responsible. If I'm the commander-in-chief, I will call the army commander in that place and the head of the army and say, if you don't get me the head of this person who withdrew the troops to put all these children in jeopardy, then you make an example of him. That is how a country is run. A country is not run on pacification. A country is run on confronting issues.
Just like our brother nnamdikanu. Do you know the only thing that will bring everlasting peace to this Nigeria is what? Let the country divide, let Igbos go. And that has been the mission, that has been the message of nnamdikanu. A country where injustice, nepotism, tribalism is the order of the day. Inhumanity of man to man. Cruel judgment against a leader. I saw his picture where he was crying. Was not because of what? The incarceration, nor the judgment. I know that he might be saying to himself, where are my brothers Igbos? That may be the reason for that tears. If Igboji were believe in this Federal Republic of Nigeria, judgment came. The cry of pain, the cry of rejection. The cry of Igbos, where are you? That is the country in which we are. And that is the attitude of every average Igbo man. Don't trust anybody. Selfishness. I want to be on top. Let me sell my brothers. I'm not going to do anything. When some of them are running to Aso Rock for the renewal of their oil license, how can they stand and demand for the release of Nnamdi? Politics is playing off here. While some people are called to negotiation, even on the table of negotiation, they had their gun. They were still carrying their gun for that negotiation. Federal government negotiating with terrorists. Unknown government. Known terrorists. But this one is demanding for justice. It's demanding for equity. Demanding for what? Inclusive government. Where average Igbo man will have a position and have a say in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You to know that I used to say it all the time. The only friend you have that will not betray you is who? Jesus.
The truth is finally out. Now that the Finnish government has declared the CDS of Nigeria, Musa, a terrorist now, what is the next phase of the lie? What lies can the government tell Nigerians? Now that Samonepa is no longer in the picture, because it has always been pictured that Samonepa is the cause of insurgency in Southeast, and now that insurgency has stopped in Southeast, and now that the Finnish government has vindicated Samonepa, that those sponsoring insecurity and terrorists in the country are those some persons in the military. Now, where would CDS Musa bury his shame? Because a group of people are saying we want to exit the country. Because the Igbos are saying they are tired of the contraption called One Nigeria. That this One Nigeria, it will not work. And then it has not been working. It has been a country full of lies, propaganda, and shame. That has always been how it is from. So I am not surprised that the Finnish government has now come out to say CDS Musa is a terrorist for all the atrocities he has been, for all the atrocities he has committed, in disguise of pretending to keep One Nigeria. And that One Nigeria has caused a whole lot of catastrophe in the country. Just some days ago, a notorious bandit that was declared wanted was seen in Katsina State with top government officials going for peace talk. Between Mazi Samonepa and that terrorist, who is more deadly? Who is more deadly? But here we are today. Mazi nnamdikanu is still in detention. Kanu is still in detention because of the Igbophobia, of the hate. If Samonepa happens to be from the Fulani,